Making us scream of the marrow in your bones, when you're shaking like a jelly and your feet are dead as stones, when your clothes and boots and blankets and your rifle and your kit are soaked from hell to breakfast, and the dugout where you sit is leaking like a basket, and upon the muddy floor the water lies in filthy pools 6 inches deep or more. When life seems cold and miserable and all the world is wet, you'll always make it through somehow if you got a cigarette. If you got a cigarette, if you got a cigarette. When you're waiting for the whistle and your foot is on the step, you bluff yourself, it's lots of fun. No, all the time you're hip to the fact that you might stop one before you're gone a dozen feet, and you wonder what it feels like, and your thoughts are far from sweet. And then you think about a little grave with R.I.P. on top, and you know you got to go across, although you'd like to stop. And when your backbone's limp as water, you bathe in icy sweat, man, you feel a whole lot more cheerful if you puff your cigarette. If you puff your cigarette, if you puff your cigarette. Yet when you stop a good one and the stretcher bearers come to patch you up with strings and splints and bandages and gum. And when you feel you got a million wounds and 50,000 breaks, your body's just a blasted sock packed full of pains and aches. Then you know you've reached the finish. You're sure your number's up. You feel as weak as Coors Light beer and helpless as a pup. Oh, but you know that you're not down and out, that life's worth living yet. When some old war-wise Red Cross guy slips you a cigarette, yes, he slips you a cigarette. Yes, he slips you a cigarette. We can do without McConaughey's or bully and hardtack, or Fritz's curtain fire that help keep all the ration parties back. And we can do without our greatcoats, our socks and shirts and shoes. We might almost, though I doubt it, get along without our booze. And we can do without KRSO and military law. And we can beat the ancient Israelites at making brick and straw. And we can do without a lot of things and still win out, I guess. But I hate to think of soldiering without a cigarette. Yes, without a cigarette. Yes, without a cigarette. Without a cigarette. Yes, without